We Are the Children is a 1987 film. This is directed by Robert M. Young. It's written by Michael de Guzman, and we have a cast including Ted Danson and Ali Sheedy. And IMDb sums this up pretty simply. A doctor and a photojournalist try to help famine victims in Africa. That's the one-sentence description I had from IMDb. I didn't really know what to expect or what the bulk of the narrative would be focusing on, but honestly, there's not really much else to it. We have a bit of focus on the relationship between Annie and Duffy, Danson and Sheedy's characters, and that's absolutely fine, but it's mostly just about getting to know the characters that they meet. It's filmed in Kenya, which obviously gives us some interesting locations. It's not a setting for films that I usually watch, so for me that was a little bit different, and that meant that part of it was interesting, and we do meet some really fascinating characters. So I do think it's definitely more character driven than it is by the specifics throughout the narrative. But obviously the overarching concept of going to Africa to help people in need, to listen to their stories, that obviously is really important. So the actual concept of the film, I think, is significant and it can be quite eye-opening, and that's important. But actually, in terms of being an engaging story, it's not. It's very slow. Yes, we have some interesting characters, and that helped. That certainly helped keep things moving. But for the most part, I feel like it was missing something. I don't know what. I can't put my finger on it. Well, it's missing something in the narrative. It needed just something else. But what that something is, I don't know what I'm looking for. But either way, I think We Are the Children is important as a concept. And the performances are very good. The environment is certainly, for me, a little bit different with regards to the films that I usually watch. But in terms of the narrative, it was definitely more character-driven, which is fine. I do like character-driven stories. But for me, that wasn't enough to make it a fully engaging film. So some good moments, some important aspects. But in terms of being an engaging story, it wasn't quite there. Do I recommend it? I don't know. If you're interested in it, check it out. You might enjoy bits of it. You might find some of it to be eye-opening and definitely quite emotional at times. But if you're looking for an engaging story from start to finish where you can become fully absorbed in this narrative and fully connect with the characters, it might not quite reach that. So check it out if you're interested. I don't think it's something that will appeal to everybody. I don't think it will work every single time. But if you're looking for something that's maybe a little bit different, if this is not the kind of film you usually watch, or indeed, if you're a fan of Ted Danson, it's because of Danson that I became aware of this. It's because of Danson that I decided to watch it. His performance is very good. Everybody gave a really good performance. As a story, not great. As a concept, pretty decent. The characters are well written. The performances are very good. We Are the Children has some good moments, but I definitely wouldn't say I came away from it feeling fully satisfied with the experience.